you on the phone. You can't even call.
Did you put your phone on Do Not Disturb?
Hello and welcome to Insaka Talk Show, ladies. It has been a wild, wild time. Winnie, we're going to get to you last because you're our problem child. Let me start with Irene. Irene, welcome to Insaka Talk Show. You're looking amazing. How is Chicago today?
Chicago is very well, but unfortunately I have a cold, so please, viewers, pardon me if you hear me sneeze or get off the screen. I just want to excuse myself, so I have manners.
No problem. Well understood. Priska, what's happening in Baltimore, Maryland?
Baltimore, Maryland is beautiful, amazing. We're actually having dinner. The AZDMV Association of Zambia is having a dinner with the ambassador. Kind of meet the ambassador, but ask questions, all those people that want to know how can we improve Zambia and how can we work on things. Not only that, COVID has put us in the house. It's time for us to come out and mingle, and this is open to everybody. Nelly, you are coming, right, to represent Dallas?
Absolutely.
And the president of Chicago, Irene, is coming to represent Chicago. Winnie is the manager of the tri-state area. She's not going to be here, so we're going to miss you. No, we're not. You're going to be in Zambia, but we wish you were here. So guys, come out, come and support. Alice is going to be there, and Sadiq, the president of OZA, is going to be our master of ceremony. So that's what's happening in Baltimore, Maryland.
I'm looking forward to it. Now, over to you, Miss Winnie Licious. What's happening, darling?
I'm even afraid to say a word because this internet might just drop down.
Now you see what our
but I'm having a best time.
You look amazing, though, Winnie. Amazing. Zambia looks great on you.
Yep. You're glowing, my darling.
She got sun-kissed.
Oh my God, she's frozen. So trending
Don't keep me out.
Okay, you're back. You are going to talk about trending topics in Zambia. You have something to share, something personal, something very important. Go ahead. And she's frozen.
Yeah. So I guess we'll resort to the video.
So Priska, maybe you can introduce the topic for us while we pull the video of what Winnie is trying to share with us regarding what's happening in Zambia.
So Winnie, are you back? Can you talk about it? Go ahead.
I'm back now. See, it's
just talk
half. But you know what? I know. Okay, I'm having the best time. I'm in Zambia, as you all know, and it's exciting over here. But this internet is messing me up. Like I can't even tell you the whole full story about everything. So
talk about the walk.
The internet is messed up. Can you hear me though?
We can. Could you talk about the Williamson Hope Foundation AIDS Walk, Zambia? Okay, she's frozen. So Winnie is the founder of Williamson Hope Foundation.
So the AIDS Walk we're gonna have the AIDS Walk on at 6.
Okay, we got you, girl.
AIDS Walk Zambia is gonna be held in Kanyama, in Twashuga Primary School. Please come all, and we need to be in uniform, so we need to sponsor these children. Please come on and sponsor. Imagine.
All right, I'm gonna come in a little bit. Let me fix this.
We focus in pandemic. The same way we focus in pandemic, we can do it in HIV/AIDS. We have adolescents or youth from the age of 15 to 28. That's the 28,000 children infected with HIV/AIDS. So guys, we cannot forget there's HIV. There's still HIV out there, and together we can make a difference. Please come on, come and support, make donation, and for us, sponsor our children. We want more kids to go to college, because this year we managed to take 2, and we'll be more than happy to take as many children to go to college. Thank you so much. Enjoy Insaka Talk Show with my ladies, and for me from Zambia, I love you. Mwah.
All right, so that was Winnie. Thank God for pre-recorded messages, huh? So at least we got our message out there. The AIDS Walk is for 2022, organized by Winnie Musonda Hope Foundation, is August 6th. August 6th, guys, show up, support, visit the Facebook page, visit their website so you can get more information, and also donate. Donate. Winnie, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
Thank you for pre-recording. Yeah.
All right.
But you know what? The good thing is it's Insaka Talk Show, so we can leave.
Yeah.
No, we cannot leave. Speaking of AIDS, trending topics in the USA. I don't know if you guys have seen the Instagram model that recently came out and said that she was diagnosed with AIDS. Her name is Gina too. So Gina was did not know that she had AIDS. I will say allegedly, even though it's there, the shade room, everybody's talking about it. She had been with several celebrities. One of them is Nick Cannon and Chris Brown. So people are now asking, does he really have lupus, or was he infected by her? And it's important that now that we're talking about it, that we get tested, guys.
Yeah.
Gina had no idea that she was sick. According to her, the doctors, when they did the test, they assumed that she had been sick for at least 10 years now.
Wow.
She found out when she was 25. She's 27. She's coming out now and telling people just the awareness. And I have major respect for her to even
my
come out and
gosh.
say, protect yourselves, take care of yourselves. Also, she was raped and she had tattoos, so she doesn't know who infected her or how she was infected, which means she was infected when she was 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Oh my Jesus Christ.
speaking of Nick Cannon, you have something that you wanna talk about in the realm of trending topics, right?
You know what? I'll talk about Nick Cannon. By the way, the young lady, is it HIV? We have to make sure we educate people, right?
She has AIDS.
Yep.
AIDS. So it's a full-blown AIDS. So
Yeah.
people should know the difference. It's full-blown AIDS because she sat on it for a very long time.
She had no idea that she had.
Yeah. Now, Nick Cannon, my boy, as funny as hell. He is diarrhea mouth. I love him. He's funny. He has a childishness in him that I love about him. But boy, oh boy, the things that he said recently, he was on Angela, the podcast, Angela Yee, and he said 80% of the women, they are funky down there.
He said they need help.
Especially in the bedroom. He said, you're funky, no funky, you should take care of yourselves. And we have to deal with the smell when we're in the bed. I don't know where he got that from, but hey, if you are that woman.
Let me jump in a little bit. So it came from this guy, the story that was trending on Twitter. So apparently there's this app where if you want to hook up with somebody, you swipe right and you meet. So this girl went to meet up with this guy and she wasn't clean. So she took his Nike sock and his pomegranate hand wash and cleaned herself. So when they were doing the business, he could smell it. And he was texting his friends back and forth. So that the text messages leaked and they went viral. So when Nick went on Angela's
Angela, yeah.
asked him about it, then he said, yeah, he agrees because 80% of women need help
Yeah.
to clean themselves. So now the ladies that were there were like, no, I'm clean. And it's just crazy.
It's just funny because the other day we were just talking about something with Priska on the phone, and a client of hers just bursted out some things. We were laughing the whole time, but she's a nurse. So she was saying the truth about hygiene. And I agreed with her in so many ways.
Yeah.
As women, we have to do a lot of cleaning down there, even if you're not going to meet somebody. Sometimes you sitting on it for a very long time. You know what I'm talking about, sitting on something for a very long time. When you get up, make sure you go to the bathroom and wipe yourself a little. Wipe
Just
yourself.
wash,
And it's
period.
okay. It's okay. No, no, not wash. You can wash at home. I'm saying if you're on the road, you always have to wipe yourself. And it's okay to smell yourself.
Disposable wipes. Get disposable wipes. Hello.
And it's okay to smell yourself if you see it smells funky. Come on, do what you have to do. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be told out there because a lot of women, you see, they go past you like, ooh,
Oh,
okay,
no.
what was that?
With
But it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to talk about these things every day because it's our daily chore. We have to. You don't want a man to like, okay, I like you, but I don't know if I want you in my bed today.
Not even
so
about
I
that.
have something to say about that, right? So Nick Cannon says 80% of women. I wonder, we all know he has a lot of baby mamas, right? Mariah Carey
Oh,
being one of them. So I wonder if she falls into that 80%.
Yes.
She does.
I said, I wonder.
I
Yeah,
wonder
she
too.
does. He said 80%. He slept with 80% of women
Yeah, but
unprotected.
she might be one of the 20.
Yeah, she might be
Also,
the 20.
let me say something. Nick Cannon, and I will say, well, he said it. He doesn't like to use protection. When you're jumping from one woman to another woman, you are messing up the pH.
that's true.
Because you with this person, you can't be, you are messing it up. You're the one that's causing that. So wrap it up,
Yeah.
Yeah,
protect
we
yourself,
do. Yeah,
protect them.
true. Do we have that video when he was talking? Or maybe we don't.
We do, but it's
Sometimes we have to say, because you know what, we have to back it up with the truth. Yes, he was on a podcast and he was raw about it, but hey, we have to learn something out of that.
Yeah.
Don't take everything negative about what he said. He was trying to be raw about it,
Which
but
is true.
it's true. Let's take something out of it and create a very nice, healthy, smelling good environment down there.
all
Drink
right.
pineapple juice.
You've
Oh,
been
yeah.
warned, ladies. And now we'll go on our first commercial and we'll be right back.
My whole life, my father told me stories about moving to the United States. He would tell me that his brother, my Uncle George, was already living here and let my father stay with him for a while. Through my Uncle George, my father was introduced to our cultural organization here in America, who helped him make connections, apply for college, find his first job, and adjust to life in a completely different culture than he was used to. The Cultural Association helped him get started on his new life. My Uncle George would bring my father with him to the annual Summer Cultural Groups Festival, and later, he would bring me. It was incredible to see so many people of all ages laughing and celebrating with food and song and dance. It brought back the best feelings of home and gave my father the opportunity to pass his culture, language, and values on to me. My father and Uncle George were very close, so when George died last year, my father wanted to honor his wishes to be buried with a traditional ceremony back at his birthplace. My father told me that because Uncle George had cultural group life insurance, he was able to afford to bring George home and have the traditional burial George wanted. Though my father had been able to honor my Uncle George's wishes, it got me thinking about my own family. One day, I'd have to make the same arrangements for my own parents, and my wife's parents as well. Of course, we would want to bring them home and honor their wishes, but it would be a financial hardship for our family. There were a lot of things to think about, even though I really didn't want to think about them at all. When my father told me about cultural group life insurance, he told me it's intended to help families when they need it the most. It's not tied to an employer, so no matter where my career takes me, I'll always have coverage. The more people who participate and the younger they are, the more it helps keep the insurance premiums down for the entire association. Because my parents have cultural group term life insurance, there will be money available to help me provide the kind of service I want to give my parents. And by joining, I can put my mind at ease and continue to celebrate our traditions into the future. With cultural group life insurance, I can worry less and spend more of my time celebrating with the people who matter most to me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Insaka. And just before the commercial, we were talking about trending topics. Miss Nelly, what is out there that's trending in the USA?
Well, guys, we do have Beyonce dropped her an album last week. This past week, and this comes 6 years after the last album, which was Lemonade, right? So already there's been talks and excitement out there. But one of the things that that is being talked about this album is one of the songs there. Apparently, there's another musician that says Beyonce sampled her music without her permission. So don't want to go too much into details about that, but that's one of the things that is being talked about in the social media world. If you play the songs back to back, there's a little bit of similarity, but for me personally, I don't think that it's that close. But hey, it is what it is.
They always do that to her. Like every time she brings up a song, they say, "Oh, you sample my song." She's a diva. Leave her alone.
Well, speaking of musicians, Priska, there's another trending topic in Zambia that we wanted to talk about.
I love them both. I love the Yomap story with Kidist and the Z podcast. I love them both. So, and I will say allegedly because it was cleared up. The Yomaps and Kidist were accused of asking for 30,000 kwacha before they appeared on the show. So Zambia was mad, and they were like, "Why would you ask for money?" Kidist came on Sarafina. Sarafina did a live show, and they said that they did not ask for money. Nobody reached out to them. Now, the Z podcast is an amazing show, an amazing podcast.
Yeah, it is.
I love how they do the interview. They know about the person. They will do the research, stuff like that. I think so. The air was cleared. They're now in good terms. So we don't know if Yomaps and Kidist will go on the show. I would love to see them on the show. And the fact that another thing, Zambians were like, okay, they're bullies. Like Elson is a straightforward person. He would tell it as it is, which I love. And Kalenga is more like a reserved person and watch. But the two of them, their chemistry is amazing together.
Yeah.
So I would really love to see Yomaps Kidist with Elson and Kalenga on the Z podcast.
But really, who charges people to go on a talk show, right? You don't. There's things like advertising, obviously, but charging guests to go on a show, I think that's a little far-fetched. So anyway.
No, they wanted. Yomaps and Kidist wanted 30,000 kwacha.
Yeah, on the show.
But apparently it's not true.
So allegedly, somebody put it out there that they were asking for 30,000 kwacha
which is not
here on the show, which was not true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The air. The best part about it for me is when I was watching Sarafina's live is Kidist came on and she has not spoken to Yomaps in forever. And it kind of like they made up. So for me, that was a highlight of it all, besides them clearing their name and Sarafina speaking with Yomaps and they made up. So for me, that was the best part of it.
I like when Kidist says, no, we're not the same. You're not married to the best artist in Zambia or something like that. I was like, you go, girl. She's owning her man.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Guys, before we go into our main topics for today. We will go, I know we just came back from commercial, but we do have to appreciate our sponsors. So we'll be back after this short break.
Do you run a nonprofit organization in the education, health, and human services sectors? Do you need grant funding for your organization? Or do you need help developing programs to help you raise money for your nonprofit organization? At Vibrant Funding, our mission is to connect our nonprofit partners in the education, health, and human services sectors to the financial resources required to achieve their mission. We support nonprofit organizations based in and operating in the United States and Africa. We offer the following services to new and established organizations: program development, donor engagement and retention, grants research and writing. Contact us at www.vibrant-funding.com or email us at info@vibrant-funding.com. Call us at 404-751-6802 to learn more about our services and how we can help you to have an impact on the world. Vibrant Funding, connecting donors and nonprofits.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Insaka Talk Show. The topic for today, guys, is travel trends and tips. As you know, with COVID, a lot of us were, well, pretty much all of us, right? We're locked down at some point worldwide. And so when we came out of that, everybody was itching to go somewhere away from the house, anywhere, right? So we have some tips for you on how to safely travel and do so on a budget as well. So we have a lot lined up, guys. So I am excited about this. As you know, you may have seen some pictures on social media or some content. Each one of us have been somewhere, whether it's a staycation, whether it's a vacation or just international travel, right? So we're going to share all of that with you, a few trips, because we're dedicating August to travel. So August on Insaka is going to be the month of travel. And guys, sometimes when you travel, yes, you have crappy internet like Winnie was experiencing earlier, but hey, it's worth it, right? It's so worth it, right? So here goes. Irene, I think we're going to start a little bit with you. We're going to start a little bit with you, honey, so you can tell us if you're not able, whether it's because of your job, maybe for whatever reason, you're not able to get on a plane and go somewhere, or get your car and drive for hours and hours to another state for a vacation. What tips do you have for us if you want to feel like you're on a vacation, but you're local?
You know what? I'll talk about Chicago because I'm from Chicago. Mm-hmm. Chicago has the most beautiful places you can go to and feel like you are outside Chicago. Mm-hmm. And the best thing to do is you just Google like maybe iconic places in Chicago. It'll give you the list. Some are like downtown Chicago, some are like in the suburbs of Chicago, in the outskirts. Mm-hmm. Like for me, unfortunately, you guys know that I didn't go on vacation with the ladies because our vacation days were not aligning. So I stayed behind, but I just didn't sit idle. I was like, okay, what can I do to keep myself busy? The one thing I did was, I know I went to a Utopia tailgate. If you're in Chicago, I'll tell you this place is really nice. So Utopia Tailgate is actually a place for adults, but it has everything that looks like you are a child. They have swings. I'll actually read it out so I don't forget it. Yeah, swings, bungalows. They have picnic tables that leads to like a cocktail room where you can have all your cocktails, like exotic cocktails. You can play the pool. You can play the snooker. That's snooker. I don't know what they call it here in America, but we used to call it snooker. And it was fun. It was very relaxing because you can see the skylights of Chicago. And you guys, if you've never been to Chicago, you're missing. So the address to Utopia is actually 1608 North Wells, Chicago, Illinois. Utopia is spelled UTOPIA, tailgates. It's right there on the screen. Check it out. Have fun. Have a cocktail on me, but don't call me.
You might as well leave your credit card number.
Don't call me.
You might as well just give just post a copy of your credit card number. You said have a cocktail on me.
You know what I'm gonna tell? I'm gonna tell our viewers. Please call Irene. She'll get you a steak and she'll get you a nice wine. So
A lot
call
of people
her.
are scared to come to Chicago. They think like Chicago is a very rough place. Every state has its own neighborhoods that are rough.
Yeah,
Chicago is
yeah.
like one of the most beautiful places you can ever. If it's not on your bucket list, put it there.
And very
Yeah.
cold too. So do not go in winter.
Yeah, it's very cold.
Oh yeah. So yeah, if you're planning to travel to Chicago and you don't appreciate winter, I suggest you go in the summer months, right?
As well as parking.
This is
Parking
from
is
what,
very
May?
expensive.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't even know how long because it feels cold all the time. Apart from like 3 months of the summer, like May, June, July is a little nicer. With the change of weather now, everybody is experiencing cold. Like I told you, I'm feeling cold, but it's hot outside, so it is what it is.
I'm not moving to Chicago.
You are coming, and you're gonna have a good time. And
Yeah, no, I'm coming to visit.
whilst I was doing my staycation, gallivanting, you guys, Chicago has the most iconic movie houses.
Really?
Yes, like most of the movies, a lot of movies are made in Chicago. Because the infrastructure in Chicago is beautiful. They have the part where it's very like if you're trying to shoot a movie like in the old days, in the 50s, you can do that. And then if you want to do the bougie downtown, you still have that. It's a beautiful place. So I went to Wilmette, Highland Park and Wilmette. So there's a lot of homes there that
Give us one.
Huh?
Give us one famous movie.
Okay, I can tell you Home Alone. Home Alone. Yes, Home Alone 1. I was there just minding my own business on my lunch break. And I said, you know what, let me show my girls what Home Alone 1 home looks like. And it was beautiful. It's still the same structure. And there were so many people out there taking pictures with little children because, it was a family movie. Right. So little kids can relate to that. They were so excited.
There you have it, guys. If you're in Chicago, and we're gonna give you more of this next month as we start the travel tips with Insaka ladies. But yeah, if you're looking for things to do in Chicago, we got our girl Irene. She's gonna come back with more tips on what to do, where to go, how you can travel around if you need to take an Uber, a bus. What are the recommendations, right? So stay with us on Insaka. Meanwhile, guys, we do have to acknowledge our family, our Insaka family. So who wants to read the comments for us?
I will.
Okay.
Winnie, would you go ahead, Winnie?
No, you got with my internet.
Go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead.
I'll wait for my best, Mwangala. I think that's Princess, right? She says, hello, hello, my beautiful ladies. Happy Sunday to you.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Betha McBee says, I always enjoy your topics. Thank you, Betha.
Thank you,
Thank you, Betha.
Princess Mwangala says, AV card is a lady's treasure. Honor it and
Look, I'm like, whoop.
You got it, Princess.
Yeah.
That's my friend in Zambia.
Mofu. Hi, beautiful people. Hi, Justina. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For some reason, I love reading this one. Nice to see you all, my beautiful daughters. That's Mother Naomi Sengabwila, our spiritual mother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so Princess
I can leave Chicago.
Let's do a trip, Princess. Let's meet in
Yes,
Chicago.
yes.
Yes. Ooh, my.
Oh,
I can pick this one
Go
from our
ahead.
brother-in-law.
Go ahead.
From our brother-in-law. Happy Sunday, ladies. Glad to see you again. Yay.
Thank you.
I think he missed you, Winnie, because you've been MIA. Hi, baby. I think he missed you. All right.
I think
ladies,
he did.
yeah, switching up a little bit. Winnie, while the internet is still going good for you, I would
That's
like
true.
for us to talk about this.
Adventure.
We
So
would
you
love
guys,
to talk about your wild adventures in Zambia. This girl is crazy. Before you get started, I want to show something. Real quick. Let me show you what Winnie did. This crazy girl.
This
방어는 참. 방어는. 예. 문석차로. 좀 빨라요.
You are crazy.
Winnie, are you sure those lions have teeth?
I was just about to ask.
Because
They
if
had
have
teeth.
don't mess around with them.
They had teeth, and they look at me, and I was like, "Oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to leave."
There was one that kept turning like.
Yeah.
I know. I said the same thing. I'm like, listen, don't look at my face like I'm just here to just pitch you. And then they were like, I said, the way you are tapping them, don't tap them smooth. You have to like bow. I'm like, no, I can't do that.
What made you do that?
They say that their skin is very tough. Like they have very, very thick skin. So if you do like this, they'll feel like they're tickling them. So you have to really like do it like really hard.
No.
It was scary.
No, listen to the question, honey. Go ahead.
What made you do that? Just to say, okay, na akunkalamu ngashindie. Or if it was not via me, I will still leave. Why on earth?
But you know what? I think you all know me, right? I am a very tough person in my mind. I always think ahead of life. And I feel like, in life, you got to do something that you will never do it again. It's not something I'm going to do it again. I had to do it. And then the good thing, I had to do it with somebody that I really trusted to be with, because I can't do it just anybody who I know. You're going to leave me in the jungle. Like, I always
do that. What made
I would have
you
left you.
and say, I'm going to do this?
No, like in my mind, I wanted to do this. I always want to do this. So I had opportunity to do it. I was like, I'm going to go do with 4 lions by myself.
Not 1, not 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
4.
And do you know that female lions are the hunters?
They're the worst. They're the
hunters.
Let me tell you. So before you go there, they give you a stick. You cannot go in front of the lion. You have to be beyond the lion. Because if you go in front of the lion, they're going to think you have power than them. And of ego. Women got ego. So they're the lion. They have ego. So you cannot go in front of them. So they give you a stick. If they come to you, give them a stick so they can touch the stick. They'll know that you are one of them. And then the secret of being with the lion, you have to face them one-on-one. Look at them in their eyes. I was like, okay, Winnie. But I did it.
Good job.
Kudos to you.
That's
guys. Next time we're coming to go see the lion.
No, not me.
No, you go alone.
I'm not even gonna go as far as going to the safari.
That I can.
I can go see the zebra.
I can see the zebra anytime.
So that's Royal Zambezi. Guys, it's beautiful. The hotels are beautiful. When you get there, they sing for you and just hearing Zambian songs. And you get to have giraffes for breakfast. You're eating giraffe, walking around, the giraffe, the zebra, like all kinds of animals. It was beautiful. The elephants. Guys, Zambia is beautiful.
When you say get to have giraffe for breakfast, I'm a giraffe.
No, walking with giraffe. Sorry, you're having breakfast, the giraffe are walking back. You get to see giraffe one-on-one.
Yeah.
Is this in Lusaka or in Livingston?
That's in Livingston.
Okay.
Okay, let's show you this one.
You walk close. Can I walk close by? I think so.
And then you're just walking with giraffe. The giraffe are just passing by. Very peaceful animals.
All right.
Even the swimming pool.
I think we have. So, how many of the big five, Winnie, did you actually see?
The big five, I saw the lion, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the giraffe,
Mm-hmm.
the elephants, the cheetahs. I walked with the cheetahs. I'll send the video next. Watch.
I don't think the cheetah is one of the big five, is it?
Yeah.
No.
I forgot to.
It's the rhino and the.
No, I didn't get to see the rhinos, but I did see the hippos. I did
Buffalo.
no, I saw the hippo. I saw the rhinos. I think
Yes,
I sent you the video. Yes, I did.
Yes.
And then I have a story to tell you about the rhinos. So can you believe in the whole Zambia we only have 8 rhinos
Yes.
left?
Sadly.
I cried.
Yeah.
I felt so bad. We only have 8 left. And then this 8 left. So every time you go in, before you pass to go see the lions, you have to go through the gate. And you find the guards watching them. So every time they move, they watch them 24/7.
Wow.
Because
Where is
people
that?
used to be in Livingston.
They're endangered.
Why?
They're an endangered species right
They're
now.
endangered because of their own.
Being
And then
told-
what people used to do, they would just go there, post. Like, it's so sad that we only have 8 rhinos in the whole Zambia. Like, I was like, I felt bad. I'm like, what can we do? He said, the thing is, we have to figure it out. We have 8. We have 4 females. If they can have babies, we can have more. But do you know we still have many, many of them?
Yeah. It's actually quite sad when you mentioned that, Winnie, because when I was in Zambia last year, right? It was my goal to see the big 5. And unfortunately, the area where we were in Lower Zambezi, they don't have any rhinos at all. I was like, what? They said, no, we don't. They're actually becoming very extinct. It's an endangered species. And as humanity, we are destroying what God so freely gave to us. We need to preserve these beautiful creatures. Let me show you this video. And this is a treasure, Winnie, because really and truly, like you said, they're becoming very rare.
Rare.
The special period is 18 months. One calf is born at a time. It can run for about 30 to 45 kilometers per hour. Which means no matter what happens, you cannot outrun it. They might look like cute horse. They are very bad swimmers.
They don't swim.
They have got very poor sweating glands. As you can see, this time is hot. They are resting shapes.
Yeah, so that is rare footage of rhinos in Zambia. You don't find them everywhere.
You can't go by yourself. You have guards guiding you out, guiding you in, and then so when they move, the guards picks up their cars with their guns, like armed guns. There are 8 of them, and watching them.
I know I've mentioned this to you guys that my father was killed by a water buffalo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't remember?
No, I don't think I've heard that one.
Maybe it's just something I've never shared. Yeah, he was killed by a water buffalo in the Mulobezi plant. So I understand why they guard you the way they do. Because those are wild animals. They are wild for a reason. They can be tamed, but there's something about them that can trigger the wrong thing in them.
That's what they said. Yeah, they have short memory. They can change. So that's why you really have to be there and guide you. And I thought for my kids, they don't allow kids. If you saw me that I was by myself, there are so many places they will not allow children because they're young. They cannot do things that I can. So they let you go for yourself. So,
well, my question is, why go to that dangerous place?
oh my gosh, Priska, it's amazing.
Oh, okay,
It's adventure, I guess.
I will not even go to a safari for what?
It's beautiful. It's a very interesting thing to do.
She's an
But
adrenaline
you know what
junkie.
happened? After the long day of spending just being in the wild, and we went to Zambezi River. Oh my gosh, guys. I had cocktails. I don't drink. And I had like
Winnie, you
sunset.
drink. You need to stop saying I don't drink.
You don't drink,
I
you.
was about to say, Priska is going to say something about the
You
drinking.
need to stop saying I don't drink. Honey, you drink.
I
You're an
don't drink,
occasional
honey.
drinker.
Honey, I don't. I only had a cocktail, honey.
Yeah,
So has
I'm an
alcohol.
occasional drinker.
I'm an occasional drinker. So I was after all day of that and just go on the sunset of Zambezi River and just see the hippos and just the sunset and being in the yacht. It was beautiful. And so the sun just on your skin. I was like, oh, I think I can come back and live in Zambia. And I will soon.
Nice. On the other note, guys, for those of you that have never visited Zambia, go to Victoria Falls, to Zambezi. If you're crazy like Winnie, go and see the lions and go and walk with them. On another note, let's talking about adrenaline junkies. Nelly's another adrenaline junkie that decided
that's me.
decided she's going to jump on a cliff in Cancun, Mexico.
Okay, which one would you do? Jumping or being with the
Both of you are crazy.
None of them.
I am doing any of them.
Nelly, you want to tell us about Cancun, Mexico for those?
Yes, please tell us about yours.
So, Priska and I were in Cancun, Mexico, with our families, and it was really amazing. But honestly, I think this is going to be a debate, right? Before we do that, before we talk about Cancun, I want to see what our family has to say about Winnie's craziness. All right, so let's see. Let's see, what is mom saying? I'm praying that this platform will grow beyond your wildest dreams or your imagination. Thank you, mom.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you, mommy. Because we're thinking, if I can be with the lion, I am not afraid of any human being on earth. Because I was with the lion. You hear me? Fear. A lion.
All right. And then my husband says she was getting over her fear. Bless her heart. I think he was talking about you. You were the lions. Okay. Yeah, that is. And Princess Mangala says, Winnie, kudos to you. Sorry, I can't. Okay, so Mr. Derek, Priska, Irene, you want to read that for us?
So the 10 Big Five originally refers to the difficulty of hunting the lion, leopard, rhino, elephant, and the African buffalo.
Oh, okay.
It was referring to the Big Five.
Big Five.
Every day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. And
mom says elephants, rhinos, giraffes, lions, hippos. These are the Big Fives.
So when you learn about the Big Fives, I have a confession. I didn't know anything about the Big Fives. When do you learn about? Is that in what subject?
No. I think the Big Five came later on, and a lot of things in Zambia, like when you buy art, it will have like.
These are the only ones you can find.
The inscription of all the Big Fives. They're the biggest animals in the wild, so they just took the Big Five instead of taking all of them.
Okay, so I didn't miss it in school.
Yeah, no, you didn't miss it.
No, I think it's more as tourism grew. It became something
they kind of observed that.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome. So let us talk about the visit to Cancun, guys. Man, Cancun is beautiful. First of all, can we just put that out there? Cancun is amazing.
I miss it.
Yes, it is tropical. First of all, let's talk about the weather, right? It is a tropical place. It is very warm, very, very warm and humid, right? So when you pack your clothing, make sure that you pack, summer clothes essentially, like shorts, slippers, because you're going to do a lot of walking, depending on what you choose to do. Obviously, you don't want to just go to the hotel and just stay there, right? But if you want to do adventures, most of the adventures are like around water. So strongly suggest, please buy you some water shoes, right?
Yeah.
Those shoes that you can wear pool, but you can also wear on land.
Yeah.
And the reason we say that, if you're doing excursions, there's a place called Shellhop Park, Adventure Park in Mexico. It's like a natural water park. So you can do what do you call it? Skydiving, the one Mr. Jimmy.
Zip lining.
No, zip lining.
If you're doing zip lining, or you just like want to dive and see the fish under the water,
Really?
yeah, like snorkeling, you can.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Fish therapy.
Says the girl who walked with lions.
I don't know.
I'm serious. I cannot type nothing.
I want to talk about zip lining. So when we went to Las Vegas, Mr. Jimmy Katuta said, "Mulea kuisa, mulea that muadina mulea fokia zip line mualaya dunsuka."
That was the funniest thing.
And then Nelly was like, "I'm going to prove Mr. Jimmy Katuta wrong. Let's go zip lining." We got there, and I said, "No. You can go ahead. I will not be doing what if I'm doing suke? I'm not doing it. Go ahead." She went ahead and did it.
I did it, guys.
She did it?
Yes, I did. I ziplined, I jumped off a cliff, but I have all these videos to show you. However, it's going to be part of a dedicated episode, right? So today, yeah, so stay tuned. There will be an episode on Cancun, Mexico, everything that you need to know, what you need to pack. If you're traveling with family, we will give you these tips though, right? We do have a few tips. For example, if you're traveling with children, if you're traveling with small children, please make sure that you make a list of all items that are needed for the trip.
Yeah.
It's very easy to forget something. Make a checklist and then check off as you pack. You check it off the list, make sure you don't forget anything. Also, don't forget to pack your first aid kit, right? You know, kids are very accident prone, scrapes, whatnot. Make sure you have some antibiotic cream in case there's an injury. You have some Band-Aids and stuff like that. Also, make sure if you're traveling internationally, please bring a copy of your children's birth certificates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of child trafficking and human trafficking, it may be difficult sometimes to prove that this is your child. So bring that just in case. Don't bring the original. Keep it home safe. But please bring a copy with you along with the passport. What else? Another thing
with your boo.
No, not yet. So make sure you look up activities in advance, right? So there are certain, for example, for me at my job, we do have discounts on certain activities when you travel, whether it's Disneyland, Disney World, or even outside of the country.
I'll be calling you after this.
make sure you pay, you look up and compare the cost. You might be saving like a $50 to $100 difference when you book your excursions ahead of time, as opposed to booking them when you get there. And lastly, pack some dried foods, even some canned foods if you can, because you just never know. Something happens, you have something for the kids to eat, something dry, something that lasts longer.
Go ahead.
I
was going to add on what you said. If you're traveling with kids, like you said, get there early. You can do the VIP lounge, especially if your layover is long. You can charge your phone, you can take showers. Internationally, you have a lot of layovers. Also, you can upgrade your seats right at the gate. I did that a lot. And if you're staying in an extended stay where you have the dishwasher and stuff, bring your Lysol.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Priska, hold on. Let me tell you this. Priska is a clean freak. This girl was wiping down everything with Clorox wipes. Okay, everything.
I can see that.
She would just wipe like crazy.
I don't know who was the last person to use those dishes. I don't know how they wash
Priska.
You know what? Better doing that than sorry, right?
Yeah, so bring your Lysol, wipe down the remote control, especially with COVID, the remote control, the door handles, the dishes. I was washing every single dish. I don't know who was eating on there, who was.
You were rewashing.
I'll add that on. If anybody's gonna travel to Zambia or outside, like internationally, what I did this time, because I usually use Emirate and I go straight, but this time I decided to do a layover in Ethiopia, because it's a good 12 hours of traveling. It's a lot for kids. So we got in Ethiopia around 6 p.m. and then we got to the hotel and lay over, like sleep over there, right? When we got out, our flight was 9 o'clock. We got up in the morning, have breakfast, go to the airport. The kids were not tired.
Yeah.
And we were not tired when we got home. So tips again if you're going home, you're coming to Zambia, do that if you have small children, because you know what? Keeping them in the plane for 12 hours, you want them to sit somewhere, relax, run around like my Rafik. He just runs around and then sleep, and then in the morning get up. We got to Zambia at 1 p.m. and then they were not tired. They were like just normal, because it was like a 4-hour flight. We were home. So
good.
Do that.
That's good. All right. So now we're moving on to tips when traveling with friends, right? I think we touched on some of these already.
Yeah.
You plan ahead, obviously. You discuss what your likes, your interests. Find something that in common that you both like or you all like. That way nobody feels kind of left out when doing activities. And another thing, make sure you book your flights ahead of time. At least the recommendation is at least 1 month in advance, right? So that way you save on costs when it comes to flight costs. That's usually the biggest expense when you're traveling is flights. So the earlier you book, the better. You have something to add on to that, Irene?
No, I think you guys are doing good.
I'll add on. Make sure that
they're disturbing me. My sniffles are disturbing me. So.
Okay, no problem.
I'll add on. So if you're traveling with friends, like Nelly and I, when we're traveling, we make sure that we get to the airport at the same time so we can get the same transportation. And also, if you're going somewhere you don't know, do private transportation. And we need to take pictures of every single person, the license, send it to your loved ones. So it's easier. Figure out, ask the locals or where is the best place to eat. We did that as well as we did part of it. We did like the dinner, right?
Yeah.
Like we did our own dinner where we sat outside. We did a cookout, which was nice. Yeah.
The other thing is what I can add on top of that is when you're traveling, make sure that your bags are not packed to the rim. Because where you're going, you might find some memorabilia that you want to buy and you want to pack them in your suitcase coming back. You don't want to have an overloaded suitcase. I always leave room 5 to 7 pounds each bag. Because once you add whatever you buy, you won't feel like you have to pay extra.
I did that. I overpacked myself and I didn't know Zambia was a little chilly. It's cold over here, a little cold for the kids. So I did a lot of summer. I mean, I did put, I'm always, because if you're a mother, you're going to put some sweatpants, some sweatshirt in there. I did, but I overdid it. And then at the airport, they charged me $100 of each bag. And I had 8 bags. Yes, I was mad.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying, guys, weigh your bags before you go to the airport. I do that.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. I did, but you know what? I think scale and dearly for.
Oh, so you didn't weigh?
No, I did.
Another thing, I always, when Nelly is traveling, she's always got a backpack. Guys, I learned
That's the
a
best.
hard way.
I always have a backpack. It's the best. You gotta
I had
have a
to invest in a backpack.
Yeah.
I was like, Nelly, I need to buy. She was like, yeah, do you think I'm crazy why I travel with a backpack? It makes life so much easier versus a handbag. My shoulder was
Her
hurting.
shoulder. She had a whole big.
Before you go on, I can add on to that. The day I was leaving, I was like, my backpack. I was like, I told my friend, I'm like, Mr. Ryan, let's go get backpack. I said, where? I'm like, MK. It was like, why? You're not a baby. I'm like, you don't
That's so
know.
bougie. You went and got a designer backpack to travel?
I'm going to Zambia.
You're so bougie.
So I was like, and then it was like, you're not a baby. Why are you getting this backpack? But when we got to the airport, so I was carrying the passport and everything, and I was just, I was like, it makes sense. I'm like, I told you, because I've seen so many people traveling. They don't use this bag. Backpack is the best. So get yourself a backpack if you're traveling.
Yeah.
And if you live near the airport and you know you're going like to Zambia, it's okay for you. I do it, and it's crazy, but I do it. So what I do is when I pack one suitcase, I put it in the car. When I'm around there after work, I'll just swing by because they have those scales outside. You can just go there and wait real quick. So if I know it's 50, I know that this one is done. By the time I'm going to Zambia in a month, everything. I hate offloading and seeing your underwear, your socks, your shoes. So embarrassing. So I don't like to do that.
I've been guilty of that. I know if Tony is still watching, he's just like, really? Do we have
all the time?
It's like, no, we cannot. We cannot keep doing this. So, guys, we have a few minutes left. Let's talk about traveling with your partner. If you're traveling with your partner, what are some of the things? I think the first one we already talked about, mule samba.
Yeah.
Okay? Make sure you pack your little to the sambira to vagisio longer. Make sure you have some wipes on you, so that you are clean all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. What else do you have to add on there, ladies?
Avoid argument. Avoid argument when you're traveling with your partner. Just ignore it. Avoid it.
Thank you, Winnie.
Because it makes it easier. Because you know what? No matter what, you're two different people. So when you're traveling for a long time, like 10 days, just give an eye. Just say, I don't like that, and somebody's going to understand. But when you say a word, then you're not going to have a good time. I'm on vacation. You're not going to miss me up. I'm not going to miss you up. So on that moment, I'm going to just say, and then we're going to move on. Avoid argument. Just have fun.
You're absolutely right, Winnie. 100%. I'm telling you, I cannot overemphasize this. Because first of all, you took time off work. And you spent a lot of money, right?
Exactly.
To do this. Only for you to come and fight over what?
No.
You can't even remember what it
is. No, honey, we are here. We're going to have fun. You're not feeling well? What's wrong? You know what? Let's go drink something else. We're going to have fun because we say we're going to have a 10 days vacation. Avoid argument and just have the best of time.
And sometimes it's good, like for a woman to ask the partner, like what I mean, like if they've never been to that country, right? You have to say, let me find some good restaurants that are trending right now. Like every time you go to Zambia on vacation, there's a new restaurant trending. So ask in advance and surprise him and say, hey, let me take you to this place.
We always surprising.
Why is it him? Why not her?
No, because I'm saying if that person, him or her.
Him or
her, my God, him or her. If they've never been to that country, I'm talking in terms of Winnie. If you're going with a spouse that has never been there, so surprise them with little things like
Listen, we went to Kalingalinga bar. Like, listen, these are just tips. We're gonna give it all. Like,
I know.
No, like after bougie, You gotta go do some not bougie. You gotta show we listen. We are Zambian. There's
Yeah,
some
I'm
things that
afraid of
people
being
don't
sick
know.
because I do get sick.
So, Kalingalinga ba? Did you walimu nuisha kachaso?
No, I didn't my sister didn't know got pepper soup. I think me chop on pepper soup. Yes. I know. I think no. I think God eat something. God.
Yeah.
Supu yambuzi. They call it supu yambuzi.
Ah.
Also,
Okay, guys,
avoid prolonged. One thing. Prolonged flights when you're with your partner, because that starts fights. You know, like how you did it with Ethiopian airline, you broke it in two, so that kind of like settled the tenseness in you.
Yeah.
So you start again. But if it's a prolonged flight, 23 hours, you're sitting right next to him. Yeah. But even just asking, "Are you okay?" He will say, like, "You asked me that 5 minutes ago. Don't ask me again."
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been Insaka Talk Show. I know there are some comments. Oh, actually, I think do you guys have time? Should we read? We have about 4 comments from our viewers that we want to.
Yeah, we can.
I'm going to show them real quick. Okay. I agree with her. Clean them yourself because it gives you that peace of mind just knowing you did it. So that's my husband there agreeing. Yeah, he also asks when you go to a restaurant, he asks for a cup of hot water to put his utensils.
I agree with
just
you.
like you. Yeah. Just like you, Priska. So Bertha says, I will start coming back from Ethiopia. My flights rescheduled too many times. Imagine 3 days in Ethiopia and bad hotel. Ew.
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry about that, honey.
Don't go. Sometimes don't rely on the air flight to get your hotel. Get a small hotel. Like, plan it very well.
Okay. Yeah. Stop telling me out on Pamela.
Yeah.
I just had 2 suitcases, guys, and he was like, I tried to carry Texas.
She brought the whole house.
Anyway.
I think I have to make sure Tony meet up Ryan, because Ryan was going cuckoo just looking at the bags. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable.
Hey, listen, guys, this has been Insaka Talk Show. Thank you so much for hanging with us. We appreciate you guys. And please join us. The month of August is dedicated to travel, like we said.
Travel.
Yes. So
and then before we leave, I just want to tell everyone, please don't forget August 6th. It's AIDS Walk Zambia. Please come on. The last 2 years been very tough, and we've had so far, like I said, about 26,000 kids being affected with HIV/AIDS at the age from 15 to 28. Come on, guys. We cannot forget there's still HIV/AIDS. We did it with pandemic, and we can do it with HIV/AIDS. We cannot forget. Come on, guys. And you have our information. I'm going to put donate. Make sure every child will be nice to every child to have a Williamson That Hope t-shirt. So imagine if you do $100, you're going to have 16 kids putting a Williamson Dow Foundation t-shirt. Come on, guys, you can do it. Like Nelly said, I put in $80,000. So you are $80,000. I'm still calling on you.
You put $80,000.
Okay, speaking of August 6th, also do not forget that this coming weekend, the Insaka ladies will be in the DMV area. They are coming to their dinner to meet the ambassador. The Association of Zambia is actually hosting it, which is going to be an annual event. How amazing is it going to be for everybody? And guys, I'm hosting them, so they'll be at my house on Friday.
I'm jealous.
We're gonna be like,
and then Saturday we go to Bethesda, Maryland, which is near Washington D.C. We get to see a lot of things, and they get to experience Maryland. So come all come wait. Alice, I cannot wait to see them.
Excited.
Yeah.
We are all busy next Saturday. Excited.
Yeah.
All right. Hope to see you all next weekend, and hope to see you at the dinner to meet the ambassador this coming Saturday in Bethesda, right? Bethesda, did I say it?
Bethesda, Maryland, yes.
All right. This has been Insaka Talk Show. Love you.
Bye.
Thank you.